business, and he's very good at that.
Yeah, it was the third round stage here last year that Mickey Mansell was beaten by Kim Huybrechts, the man he saw off in the previous round, as Huybrechts went on to lift the trophy. So this could be his first quarter-final on the Euro Tour, Mansell.
First leg is Mickey to throw first. Game on.
The winner of this one goes through to the quarter-finals to play the winner of the next one. That'll be Brendan Dolan, Mickey Mansell's Northern Irish World Cup partner, or Jarkko Kamula, who really does like it here in Veldhoven. Had a good run last year
100.
and seems to be playing some very solid darts so far.
Well, we tend to relate some games, you know, like we've got Chisnell against Lewis coming up this afternoon. That'll be the 60-yard dash. And we've got a few others that run the 400 metres. But Brendan Dolan and Jarkko Kamula, I think we can class that as probably the marathon of the afternoon. And it's very nice for you to let me have the rest on that one. And very kind of you.
You go and have a lie down, Rod. It's a long old day for you.
140.
It's a bit more like it from Joe Cullen. First ton 40 in the match. Mickey Mansell, a joiner by trade. And look at that, looking to join those first two darts with a third in the treble bed, and does exactly that. Mickey Mansell, first 180 of the match.
Oh, Joe Cullen, it's good thinking. A lot of the players now are looking for combinations just over the 300, and that's why he's left the 170. In the olden days, well, in the 90s, people just pound that treble 20 and get down. But now, because the standard is so close, well, Mickey wants the bullseye. Will he go for it? He's got to go for it. Even on 170, you do not give your opponent a chance if you can take the shot out.
Certainly not. We have seen a number of big finishes this weekend already. Not least Brendan Dolan. We'll see in a moment. A big 167 to win his previous match in the second round. But Mickey Mansell is back. 25 he wants. So double 4 for the first leg on the board. And the Clono Cyclone has busted his score.
130.
Well, Joe only hit 57 in his last visit. Is that going to cost him? Yeah, he's not even going to get a shot here. So no real pressure. Well, certainly less pressure than there could have been for Mickey Mansell.
He's looking at the 17 for double 4 again.
Very close to busting his score again there, Rob. But he gets the job done.
Mickey Mansell. Second leg is Joe to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, Joe, the last 6 darts of that leg, never hitting a treble. So he never had a dart of the double.
100.
You find with a lot of players that it is hard. It is quite tiring, these tournaments, where they're playing day in, day out. Especially today, if you're going to win it, you're going to be playing 3 matches.
And no sign of tiredness there for Mickey Mansell. 2 legs in, 2 180s. Not the most renowned power scorer around, Michael Mansell. That's an unfortunate catching the flight there.
Yeah, Mickey's not a player that switches very often, as you can see there. From where he was standing, he could obviously see the right-hand side of that treble. Don't move unless it's really blocked.
Well, the way he throws as well, he kind of sort of arcs them over anyway, so he should be able to get over the top of the previous ones.
Yeah, he's probably just in his head with that last dart. If I pitch it over the flights, it's going to go in the treble, and that's exactly what happens. You know, I'm a big believer if the first dart blocks it, even a quarter of it, go for the open target down on the 19s. It's also, for me, Dan, is when you're going low on the treble 19, on the treble 20, normally the next dart will go lower as well. But if you're coming all the way back down to the board, you ain't got so far to pitch that dart. So there's a good chance that you'll get it up in the treble 19 or just above. So You know, but it's personal preference for everyone. Ronnie Baxter, Mervyn King don't switch very often. They'd rather smash the third dart through 2 darts to try and get a treble. And certainly works for them.
Yeah, certainly Peter Wright, you feel he'd rather move 12 feet down the side of the stage to try and cram one in the treble 20. And Joe Cullen just missing out on a 180 there. And Mickey Mansell's looking at 85 here. It would be for a break of throat. To take an early 2-0 lead. 70 left. So will he go for the treble? Well, he did, and that's the problem. If you go for the treble, you don't make sure of the 20. You don't give yourself a shot if you miss the big number.
31. Joe Uruguay 69.
Well, it is on his throw, so he would expect to win this leg. But he's only going to get 1 dart. That's a double 16. Mansell comes back. 2 darts at the double to break the throw of Joe Cullen. And to take a 2-0 lead. 9 for tops. Oh, and he's missed another big number. Or was I looking at the wrong side there?
No, we've just a little scoreboard error there. So 54 he wanted, 54 he's taken out.
Yeah, apologies about that. I thought that was a bit of a wild miss.
But Mickey Mansell does take that 2-0 lead. And already, Joe Cullen in his previous match against John Park, 6 of his 7 legs were 15 darts or fewer. And he hasn't managed to get down in 15 darts in the first 2 of these. So it's not the Joe Cullen we saw yesterday. He's still got time to turn things round.
55.
Yes, you don't want to let Mickey Mansell get too far in front of you. He's one of those steady old campaigners that just plods along, just like his mate Brendan Dolan. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. It don't matter what you hit on the dartboard, you're not going to rattle them. You've got plenty of bottle. And you've just got to beat them.
Yeah, there are many fitting nicknames in the world of darts, but the Cyclone might be seen more as an ironic one in Mickey Mansell's case. Plenty more coming up. The history maker, Brendan Dolan. Jackpot, Adrian Lewis. The King, Mervyn King. The Diamond, Ian White. And the Prince of Wales, Richie Burnett. All in action this afternoon. Fighting for a place in the quarterfinals of the Dutch Darts Masters. As Mickey Mansell wants to give himself a brilliant opportunity of going 3-0 up in this one on Joe Cullen. Brilliant stuff from Mickey Mansell. 174, that is as good as a 180, and it sets up the shot for a 13-darter.
100.
Well, yesterday, every time Joe Cullen put the first dart in the treble, it was being followed up. Today, it just hasn't got that consistency. He's making it quite easy, although this is a brilliant leg for Mickey Mansell. You think 15 under when it's your throw, you're not going to lose too many. That's exactly what he's done. 3 legs to 0, and Joe got to stop the rot, and he's got to do it here and now.
Well, this is a good way to go about it. Fantastic stuff. 180 for Joe Cullen. First of the match, 6th of the tournament. He managed to get the job done in the first round against Peter Hudson. That was a bit of a laboured performance, it has to be said. Managed to come through 6-5 in the end.
83.
But he has got an even bigger job on his hands. He was never trailing by 3 legs in that match.
93.
And Peter Hudson probably wasn't playing as solidly as Mickey Mansell is at the moment. Oh, and he's filling it up again. A 3rd maximum?
121.
Not to be.
Joe's got plenty of points in front, plus these darts. And that's a lovely switch. A better leg of darts from Joe Cullen. 94 after 9. Be interesting. He doesn't have to go for bullseye 25, so he should be going for the treble 18 when he returns, because Mickey not on a shot.
97.
He's not on the shot, so treble 18 for Joe Cullen. That leaves 76 to treble 20. That leaves double 8.
78.
Well, he's going to return with at least 3 more.
And all Mickey Mansell can do is try and get down to a finish. A ton would just make Joe think a little bit about this double 8. 60, not so much. So Joe Cullen, the 24-year-old from Bradford, looking at double 8 to get his first leg on the board. He's all the way over to double 4. Nails it.
Joe Cullen. Fifth leg is Mickey to throw first. Game on.
First leg of the afternoon for Joe Cullen. It was with the throw. It's an uphill battle from here, but he's got to get on that run like he did yesterday. And perhaps that is the start. This guy,
140.
you know, you've got a battle on your hands.
Certainly do. Joe did have some success in Ireland back in October. He made it to the final of the Irish Masters, beaten 6-2 by Darren Webster. Another man who will be seeing this afternoon. He takes on the Diamond Ian White in the penultimate game of the afternoon for a place in the quarters against either Richie Burnett or Vincent van der Voort. Now, I would imagine at some point this afternoon his name will start being sung around the hall here at the Koningshof Hotel.
Yes, they're rather quiet this afternoon at the moment.
Yeah, they got a bit lively for Michael van Gerwen. It's just quieting down at the moment. It's Mickey Mansell or Joe Cullen. Going to give him something to shout about. How about right now with the third maximum for Mickey Mansell?
121.
Just pulls it into the 1. It's still a good leg here from Mickey Mansell. Or Joe Cullen is trying to get right behind him.
140. Mickey requires 155.
But 6 darts from 155 for a 4-1 lead for Mickey Mansell. Absolutely perfect. Now, does he want to go for treble 19, double 19 here? Cullen not on a finish. Evidently not.
82.
I mean, go for it, and if you don't like the double 19, you know, you've got 1 dart in your hand, you go for it. When you come back, if you split it, you can go 3 double 8s.
71.
Or if you don't like the double 19, you've got it, you can go 6 for double 16. But I didn't understand that. I think he was going 45 for the bullseye, but I'd rather have a dart at double 19 than a dart at the bullseye.
Well, brilliant 171 from Joe Cullen there. He's put a load of pressure on this for Mickey Mansell. Pressure, though? What pressure? The Northern Irishman looking at double 4. Cullen took it out in the last leg. Mansell can't take it out here. And Cullen now looking at double 8 for a break of throw. Looked almost serene progress for Mickey Mansell at one point in this leg to a 4-1 lead. But now it's 3-2. And Cullen is be throwing to level the match up.
Yeah, just lost his concentration there a bit, Mickey. I think that on that 155, he didn't really know what he was going to do, and you've got to be totally focused. You know, you've got to have the aim right. It's no good going up there with 2 things in your head. And I think that's what happened, and that's why he hit the 2 instead of even putting the dart in the 15.
Yeah, I guess you want to have your plan of what you're going to do before you even take that step up to the hockey, so that, you know, and your contingency plans, obviously.
But what we say is people hit the double far better on a combination than you do with, say, 3 darts in your hand. I mean, because you've already got the rhythm of the first 2. So if it hit the treble 19, his percentage of hitting the double 19 is a lot higher than if he just steps up with 1 dart, you know, bare doing it. So I didn't really understand, and I will ask him about that later on, and there's a good chance he'll go, yeah, I just messed up in my head a little bit. But it was like you said, he probably doesn't like the double 19 and think, well, I don't have to go for it.
Yeah, if you didn't want to do that, I mean, why not perhaps stay on the treble 20 and just, you know,
exactly,
leave yourself, hit single 3 and have double 16 from when you come back. But
you're exactly right, because he had the line and length on that treble 20. Because on 155, you wouldn't want to go, once you've got 95, 45 bullseye.
Well, Mickey Mansell's looking for a maximum here. It'll be a 140, but Joe Cullen's put in a very solid leg. 121, 140, 100 from Cullen. He's not going to do this in 12 darts, but it needs a 60 really just as... Oh, look at that. Absolutely ideal for him. And it looks like this match is going all square after being 3-0 down. Mickey Mansell trying to apply a bit of pressure. 180. Oh, and it's double 19.
It's ironic if Joe doesn't take this out. I wonder what Mickey's going to do.
All around the board for Joe Cullen. And
well, it's going to be interesting, Dan. Will Mickey go straight for this double 19? To be quite honest, he's got to go 6 for double 16, hasn't he? Because he's having a good think about it. He really is thinking about it. And he's still thinking about it. And he's going to go straight for it.
Well, it looks like he can just loop over the top of that. He's not got it right with the second one. Last start, Mickey Mansell. There it is. Why was he worried? Why was he worried? Well, a break straight back. And in the previous leg, Cullen hit a 171. Pressured their Mansell shot and took out double 8 to break. But then Mansell hitting a 180. That extra pressure forced Cullen to miss and in-step the Northern Irishman. But he would have wanted a stronger start than that on his own throw. Cullen has made the quarterfinals of a European Tour event before. Last year, the Austrian Darts Open. He got a bit of a hiding from Mervyn King, 6-0, but he had beaten Kim Huybrechts, Kellett and Barney on the way as Michael Mansell puts in a 140. No stranger to taking big scalps, Joe Cullen.
140.
You'll remember when he beat Phil Taylor a few years back now, but it's all well and good beating the best and beating big names. It's doing it consistently and putting runs together in tournaments. That's what gets you the ranking points. That's what gets you into the big TV tournaments.
And along with that, obviously, comes the extra guaranteed money. If you're a top 16 seed, you're already on £1,000 just turning up. Well, the others have got to go through qualifiers. In the major TV events, you're always on that first round losers money, appearance money as we call it. So you're probably worth 30, 40,000 without throwing a dart. And of course, with that comes all the guaranteed TV and sponsorship comes from that and personal appearances, and the spiral goes upwards.
59.
And for Michael van Gerwen, it's gone up very rapidly upwards.
Yeah, property magnate on the back of all the money he's won over the last 18 months or so. A strong leg from Cullen here on a 13 darter, and it's on the Mansell throw. He could be going for a third break of throw in a row here.
97.
Well, 97 does help. Mickey Mansell should get a dart at a double if he gets back here. Cullen went all around the houses looking at 40 in the previous leg, but takes double top out in the second dart here. And the game is still alive here.
Yeah, Joe will feel that he's the one that should be 4-3 up. 3 clear darts at a double in the previous leg. It kicks off leg 8 with a maximum. It's taken Joe Cullen 3 legs to get going, but he's certainly now hitting a nice rich vein of form.
140.
Yeah, difficult one to call right now. Cullen does have the throw here, but Mansell through first. And looking at the averages say that Cullen's the better player, but Mansell is the man who holds the narrow advantage. He's throwing first. Cullen will need to break him, and he's running out of time in which to do it.
60.
switching down the board with that one just
96.
below the wire, and it was a wise decision in the end. Finds the treble 19.
Yes, that's all he's got to do, Joe. One big treble at least with every 3 darts. Gets him down to that double first. Puts the pressure on Mickey. Although a 140 here puts him back in the leg.
100. Joe, you're 167.
Well, just a ton. And Cullen probably wouldn't have gone for the bullseye even if he had hit the first 2 trebles.
96.
Sets it up reasonably well. I've seen it a couple of times this match where a big score has pressured the opponent into missing. 140 from Mickey Mansell. He's gone for the ball.
Joe, you're 171.
Oh, he's only going to get a dart at the bullseye now. Missed the big 13. A dart at the bullseye lets in Mickey Mansell for a 2-dart finish. And again, sometimes, you know, he went for the 25 there. The darts looked so good that the treble 20, I thought it might have been worth the risk of going for that treble 20 instead of the 25. Well, that leaves 81. Treble 19 leaves him the double 12. The treble 15 will leave him the double 18.
Well, this won't have been what Mickey Mansell had in his head, but he took that extra moment to compose himself and nails the treble 19, and double 12 is what he's looking at, and Mickey Mansell may have just landed a killer blow here. 5-3 up. It is a 4th break of throw in a row. And Mickey Mansell is throwing for the match.
Yeah, superb check out there from Mansell, especially after he'd missed the first number. But just stepped back, big deep breath, composed himself. Treble 19 and double 12. And he's back in that treble. And there you feel he's just got to stay straight. Oh, that's a great kick-off to a leg that you need to win the match. Already, Joe Cullen has got to look at a 12-dart leg if he's going to get back in this match.
85.
Yeah, strange old game. 7 legs into it. Joe Cullen was averaging 99 and 5 points clear of Mickey Mansell. He's still trailing, but was in with a shout. And suddenly, within a handful of visits, Mickey Mansell has managed to reassert his dominance. And look at this, he is finishing strongly.
140.
Back-to-back 140s in on your own throw in what could be the final leg of the match. That is an absolute heartbreaker for Joe Cullen.
Well, I think the turning point for me was the 3 clear darts that Joe missed at double top. And the 10s and the 5s, and Mickey hit the 180 and then took the double 19 out with the last dart, and that put Mickey at 4-3 up instead of, you know, Joe 4-3 up. It was a big turning point because Joe was the one on the ascendancy. He was the one with the form at that Pacific time in the match. So, but Mickey Mansell, we said so many times, he's old school. You can't rattle him, you can't speed him up. He just does his own job, and he's done it very well today.
Yeah, real professional leg. Look at this. 140, 140, 140, 81. Is he going to do it in 3 darts for a 12-darter and a 6-3 win against Joe Cullen?
69.
Well, he will be back. It would have been the icing on the cake, an 11-darter there. But Joe Cullen has just got to hit stuff just to... he's got to go back to the 20s here. Oh, does so very, very well.
Mickey requires 12.
Well, that's an outside chance here for Joe. I mean, if Mickey puts this inside the 6s and he's got to chase down to the 3s, then all of a sudden the nerves will come in. And of course, Joe, 1 treble, gives him a dart at the bullseye. If he returns, and he has done, he's split that 6s.
He's missed that by a long way, but he didn't want to miss inside. It's right next to that double 19. He liked that earlier.
6.
Not so much with the double 3. Now, Joe Cullen may just get a dart at the bullseye here. Stay straight, Joe. He'll be telling himself he's going to stay there for double 5. Yes, he is. So double 5. And it's yet another break. And Joe Cullen fights on for a little bit longer.
What an incredible leg of darts. As you said, 3-1-40s for Mickey Mansell. Had the match. Should be walking off the stage now. Misses those 12s. And of course, them 6s and 3s are not the greatest of routes. So, you know, when you're standing there and your opponent's going for the 6s and 3s, you're thinking, well, do you know what? I've got a chance here. And And as I say that, Joe kicks off with 26 after going 1-3-1 and 130 out.
Yeah, I mean, 5 match darts there for Mickey Mansell. 2 at double 12.
And he hit the doubles 12 so cleanly in the previous leg, didn't he?
He did.
For the 96 checkout.
45.
He did. But Mickey Mansell will know that he still has the advantage here. It's a free go here in this leg to attack the Cullen throw. And he will be throwing in the decider if it goes that far. Cullen hitting 26 to start off has given Mansell a massive opportunity. He hasn't jumped on it. Oh, that's a long way off. It's nearer the double. What a readjustment that was.
100.
Well, it'll be a strange feeling here for Joe Cullen. You know, being on the verge of packing his darts away, getting ready to hear game shot. Then suddenly he slaps it 130. Thinks maybe I've got a chance.
It's all about putting pressure on at certain times. You know, it's the pressure you exert on your opponent, but it's also the pressure you can handle, the bottle you can handle. And Joe did, hit the big score, the 1-3-1, at exactly the right time. And instead of Mickey going up there thinking, well, I've got 6 darts from here, this double 6 nice and casual, all of a sudden he's thinking, blimey, if I put this inside, I've got the 3s, which I don't want to go down to. And all of a sudden, instead of being on the front foot, you're on the back foot. And what happens.
Well, this could be massive.
140.
Well, 140 is good.
He
He only needs 1 treble to earn himself a shot at a double. And that's assuming that Cullen doesn't take out the big one. He's just pulled it into the double 5. Treble 5, rather.
Mickey with 116.
So 5 match darts missed already by Mickey Mansell. Is he going to give himself another one here? Treble 20 is what he's looking at right now. A single isn't the end of the world. He's still got a chance. He's hit the treble. He's got the fat 16. He wants double top, a 6th match dart. Doesn't miss this time. Mickey Mansell, a 6-4 winner. Yet another break of throw. It was a strange old game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs in a row, all against the throw. But Mickey Mansell triumphs, a 6-4 winner. He is through to the quarterfinals. Who's he going to play? It's going to be either Jarkko Kamula or Mansell's Northern Irish World Cup of Darts partner, Brendan Dolan, the man who made the final here last year. That match is coming up in just a moment here at the Dutch Darts Masters.